Welcome to a world where everyday pocket change holds the potential to unlock life-changing fortunes, where ordinary coins become legends through a combination of rare minting anomalies, historical significance, collector demand, and sheer luck. And today we are diving deep into the astonishing story of the 1987 quarter dollar, a coin that was once considered just another in the millions of Denver minted quarters produced that year, but has since captivated the numismatic world by being discovered with multiple extraordinary errors and anomalies that have rocketed its value to an estimated $12 million in the eyes of serious collectors and high-end investors. And while it may seem unbelievable that a coin with a face value of just 25 cents could command such a staggering price, once you understand the full extent of the circumstances that contribute to this coin's uniqueness and rarity, it becomes clear why the 1987 quarter stands apart in the world of United States coinage. So let's begin by examining the foundational context of its minting, the sheer volume of coins produced at the Denver Mint that year, the process by which quarters are normally struck, and then explore how this particular specimen, or more accurately, the handful of the known to exist, slipped through the cracks with a combination of errors so rare that they're practically unheard of. Because the Denver Mint in 1987 produced hundreds of millions of quarters as part of the standard coinage process, and under normal circumstances, each quarter goes through a highly controlled minting operation involving carefully aligned dies, precise pressure striking the coin onto a prepared planchet, and rigorous post-production inspection. But every so often, and sometimes because of mechanical failures, human oversight, or environmental conditions, an error coin is created. And in the case of the 1987 quarter, the rarest specimens demonstrate a confluence of such errors that stack together to create what numismatists call a multi-error rarity, a coin with multiple striking anomalies occurring simultaneously or sequentially during the minting process. And one of the most significant features found on this multi-million-dollar coin is a double die obverse, where the image of George Washington appears doubled, clear and prominent in areas like the date, the inscription, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," creating a haunting visual effect that is both unsettling and incredibly desirable to error collectors. And it doesn't stop there, because the same coin also exhibits a dramatic off-center strike, where the entire image is shifted significantly from the center of the coin blank, leaving a crescent-shaped blank area along the rim and crowding the inscriptions and portrait to one side, a type of error which in itself would already make a coin collectible. But when found alongside a strong double die, it multiplies the rarity by several orders of magnitude. And in addition to these errors, this legendary quarter features a broad strike error, where the coin was struck without the retaining collar in place, allowing the metal to expand outward beyond the normal diameter, giving it a warped, oversized appearance that adds to its mystique and distinguishes it from ordinary quarters. And even more fascinating is the evidence of a misaligned die clash, where the dies came into contact without a planchet in place, transferring part of the design from one die onto the other, and leaving ghost-like images imprinted on the fields of the coin, visible under magnification and thrilling to experienced collectors who understand the rarity and complexity of such a minting mistake. And yet, one of the most mind-boggling factors contributing to the value of this 1987 quarter is the theory, supported by metallurgical testing and professional evaluation, that this particular coin may have been struck on a transitional planchet, possibly left over from experimental or foreign coin production, meaning the composition or dimensions may slightly deviate from the norm, with some analysis suggesting a marginally different alloy or thickness, which would point to an extraordinary anomaly in the mint's material handling process. And given the various layers of error present, compounded by the mystery surrounding its composition, it becomes evident why the coin has become a grail among collectors. And the story of its discovery is equally legendary, with the first known example surfacing at a local coin show where an amateur collector unknowingly brought it in among a roll of common quarters, only to be stunned when a veteran numismatist noticed the severe off-center strike and double die features, and after professional grading services evaluated and authenticated the coin, assigning it an unprecedented MS67 plus grade given the clarity of errors and preservation. It was sold in a private auction for over $8 million, with later appraisals estimating its value at upwards of $12 million due to increasing interest and dwindling availability, and as more collectors became aware of the 1987D multi-error quarter, social media and online forums exploded with people sharing their own finds, scrutinizing their change, and learning the intricacies of die alignment, planchet quality, and minting errors in hopes of discovering another multimillion-dollar piece, which not only fueled the popularity of coin collecting but also led to a renewed appreciation for modern coinage and its hidden treasures. And this phenomenon wasn't just a fluke or limited to a niche audience. It became a cultural moment in the coin world, spawning documentaries, deep dive YouTube analysis, and even sparking interest in younger generations who previously overlooked coin collecting as outdated or uninteresting. And the excitement surrounding the 1987D quarter continues to ripple outward, creating demand for educational resources, minting history, archives, and real-time error detection tools as collectors become more sophisticated and passionate in their search. And beyond its monetary value, the coin represents a perfect storm of history, error, chance, and preservation, standing as a symbol that sometimes the most extraordinary artifacts are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with a keen eye and a bit of luck to recognize them. And while there are many rare coins in the world, the unique set of conditions that led to this specific 1987D quarter's existence, its combination of errors, impeccable state of preservation, potential material anomaly, and the timing of its discovery, set it apart as one of the most valuable and fascinating pieces in numismatic history. And as speculation grows about whether more examples might surface, collectors and investors alike are advised to examine their pocket change carefully, to understand the key visual indicators of major mint errors, and to never underestimate the potential of even the most seemingly ordinary coin, because the next great discovery might be sitting quietly in a drawer, in a forgotten jar, or at the bottom of a purse. And as the legend of the 1987D multi-error quarter grows, its influence extends far beyond its original purpose, elevating the coin from a tool of commerce to a treasure of American culture and craft. And the lesson it teaches is powerful: that within the mundane can lie immense value, and that with knowledge, patience, and attention, anyone can participate in the ongoing story of numismatic wonder. And for those who are passionate about discovering the hidden gems of American coinage, stay curious, stay informed, and keep searching, because history has proven that the most valuable coins are often found by those who dare to look beyond the surface. So if you enjoyed learning about this remarkable 1987D quarter and its mind-blowing $12 million valuation, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more incredible coin stories, and share this with your fellow collectors and treasure hunters who might just have the next legendary coin in their hands without even knowing it. Next, 1990D Carter Dollar USA coin. We explore the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and mind-blowing discoveries that can turn the most common pieces of change into unimaginable fortunes. And today we're diving into one of the most mysterious, rarest, and most talked about coins in American history, the legendary 1990D quarter dollar that's reportedly worth a jaw-dropping $10 million. And while at first glance it may seem like just another coin you'd find in your pocket or mixed in a handful of spare change, this specific coin has stunned collectors, confused experts, and sparked a frenzy in the numismatic community due to the mind-bending combination of minting errors, anomalies, and irregularities that elevate its value far beyond its original face of 25 cents. And to understand how something so small can be so valuable, you have to look beyond the surface and deep into the intricate, precise, and often chaotic world of coin production, where a single misstep, machine error, or unexpected metal composition can result in a one-of-a-kind piece that commands attention and premium prices at auctions and private sales. And with the 1990D quarter, everything about it seems almost like the result of a perfect storm, beginning with its rare and unintentional die alignment error that caused the obverse and reverse to be rotated by more than 120 degrees, giving it the unmistakable rotated die effect which immediately signals something is wrong. But that's just the start, because when collectors and graders looked closer, they noticed doubling on the inscriptions, especially on the word Liberty and the date 1990, indicating that this coin suffers from a dramatic double die strike, a rare minting phenomenon in which the die imprints the design twice, slightly off each time, creating a ghostly overlay that can be seen even with the naked eye. And that feature alone already makes this coin an error worth collecting. But it doesn't end there, because the mint mark, the tiny letter D representing the Denver Mint, is not only off-center, it appears to be repunched, meaning it was struck more than once, resulting in a visual echo or shadow of the mint mark, which again points to sloppy or rushed production, something extremely rare for the quality-controlled environment of the U.S. Mint, especially in the 1990s, a decade that was supposed to reflect precision and consistency in minting. And yet, this quarter somehow slipped through with multiple catastrophic flaws, including planchet issues where the metal blank used to strike the coin seems to have been of an incorrect alloy mixture, showing abnormally high traces of nickel, and even a hint of copper-zinc imbalance, which has led metallurgical experts to believe that a blank intended for another denomination, possibly even a foreign coin, was mistakenly used in the minting process. And then there's the matter of the reverse design, which shows an incomplete and misaligned eagle that's both weakly struck and oddly positioned, suggesting die fatigue or improper striking pressure, adding to the growing list of anomalies. And for numismatists, it's these combinations that are worth their weight in gold, or in this case, worth millions. Because while individual errors can be interesting, it's the stacking of multiple errors on a single coin that elevates it from curiosity to legendary status. And what really put this coin on the map was its discovery by a coin roll hunter in Texas, who had been casually searching through bank rolls for years, hoping to find silver coins or wheat pennies. And when he saw the off-center strike and strange appearance of the quarter, he took a chance and submitted it to a major grading service, only to discover it was not just rare, but potentially unique. And the grading services didn't just assign it a mint error designation, they launched a deeper investigation, calling in experts in die varieties, planchet composition, and historical minting procedures, all of whom agreed that the 1990D quarter he had found was unlike anything documented in official mint records. And to make things even more interesting, it appears that no other quarter with this exact combination of errors has ever been found, making it a one-of-a-kind specimen. And as a result, when it was quietly offered at a private coin show to a small group of elite collectors, the bids escalated quickly, surpassing the $1 million mark in minutes, before eventually being sold in an off-the-record private transaction for an amount rumored to be over $10 million, making it one of the most valuable error coins ever sold and certainly one of the most valuable quarters in existence. And ever since that moment, collectors across the country have been on high alert, combing through their change, looking at every 1990D quarter they can find, hoping to spot even a trace of the same errors. Because if even one more is discovered, it could set off another bidding war, although many experts believe this was a true one-off, the result of a single flawed strike that made it past inspection, possibly during a shift change, machine recalibration, or maintenance window when normal quality controls were not fully operational. And as with many of the most valuable coins, the legend only grows with time, with theories circulating that this coin may have been part of an experimental strike, a misfeed of foreign planchets, or even an unauthorized mint escape. And the excitement surrounding this coin has reignited interest in 1990s coinage in general, with collectors now paying extra attention to all quarters from that decade, especially those from the Denver Mint, and demand has surged so much that even regular 1990D quarters in pristine condition are seeing rising prices simply due to association. While the unique multi-million-dollar specimen continues to be the subject of debate, speculation, and admiration in coin collecting circles, YouTube videos, and forums, where people share high-resolution images and compare even the tiniest die flaws in hopes of discovering another miracle. And this incredible story reminds us that in the world of coin collecting, the smallest mistake can lead to the biggest payoff, and you never truly know the value of what's in your pocket until you take the time to look closely. And with the increasing popularity of coin roll hunting and numismatic investing, stories like this fuel the dreams of everyday hobbyists who hope to uncover life-changing finds among ordinary coins. And this particular 1990D quarter stands as a symbol of everything that makes coin collecting so fascinating: the blend of history, metallurgy, human error, and the thrill of discovery. And while the coin itself is now securely housed in a top-tier private collection, insured for tens of millions, and likely to appreciate even more in value over time, its legend lives on as new generations of collectors pick up their magnifying glasses, sort through their change, and imagine what it would be like to find a quarter that's worth more than a mansion, a luxury car collection, or an island. And for anyone out there wondering whether it's worth the time to check your change or dig through old coin jars, let the story of the 1990D quarter be your answer, because sometimes the key to financial freedom isn't buried deep underground or locked away in a vault. It's sitting quietly in your hand, disguised as an ordinary coin within extraordinary story waiting to be uncovered. And if you found this story fascinating and want to learn more about rare coins, valuable errors, and hidden treasures hiding in plain sight, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable discoveries and secrets from the world of numismatics, where every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. Last 1988p $quarter coin. Welcome to another thrilling and unbelievable exploration into the hidden world of modern American coins, where today we unveil the jaw-dropping story of the 1988p $quarter that has stunned the numismatic world, with a mind-blowing valuation of $20 million due to an extraordinary set of errors, striking anomalies, minting irregularities, historical context, and collector fascination that has made this seemingly ordinary 25-cent coin one of the most valuable and desirable treasures in the world of rare U.S. coinage. And if you've ever believed that pocket change could never make you rich, this story will not only prove otherwise, but completely change the way you look at coins forever, because the 1988p quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, was never meant to become a millionaire-making marvel, but destiny, chance, and minting mistakes aligned in such a perfect storm that what emerged from the presses that year was not just a coin but a phenomenon that now holds an elite place in numismatic history due to a series of highly complex and unusual minting errors that compound together to make this coin a 1 in a billion anomaly. And let's begin by understanding the most significant factor contributing to this quarter's extreme value, which is the presence of a rare double die obverse that features a dramatic doubling on the date, the word liberty, and most notably the word "I in God we trust," where the doubling is so pronounced that it is visible to the naked eye, and is considered one of the most aggressive doubling examples in the modern Washington quarter series. And this alone would make a coin extremely collectible. But this is only the beginning, because this specific specimen also features an even rarer reverse die clash error, where the design from the obverse has transferred ghost-like impressions onto the reverse due to a misfire in the minting presses, where the dies struck each other without a planchet in place, leading to phantom impressions that show elements of Washington's face etched faintly into the eagle's wings and body, creating a haunting and mesmerizing effect that numismatists and collectors alike consider both stunning and incredibly rare. And as if that weren't enough, this coin also presents a dramatic off-center strike that misaligns the entire design, by over 20%, shifting the central imagery and lettering into a visibly tilted and displaced layout, while simultaneously leaving part of the blank planchet exposed, a type of error highly desirable to collectors, particularly when the date and mint mark remain visible, which in this case they do, and appear unusually close to the planchet edge, increasing the value and uniqueness even more. And this type of triple threat error combination, double die, die clash, and off-center strike, is considered nearly impossible under normal minting procedures, and leads experts to believe that this coin passed through several layers of malfunctioning equipment undetected, which raises serious questions about quality control and press maintenance at the Philadelphia Mint during the production period, and makes the coin not just rare in terms of error, but also historically significant as a possible indicator of systemic issues within that year's minting run. And further adding to its uniqueness is the presence of a broad strike error, where the coin was struck without the collar that normally shapes the quarter's edges, resulting in a coin that is wider and flatter than normal, with a smooth edge that stands out instantly from regular quarters. And these broad strikes are sought after in their own right, but when combined with such complex and visible errors, become centerpieces of world-class collections. And continuing this unprecedented list of minting mistakes is a retained cut break on the obverse rim, where a piece of the die cracked and partially broke away during production, leaving a raised blob-like deformation along the upper rim that interrupts the lettering and adds yet another rare visual distortion that experts categorize as a die break error. And what's remarkable is that these multiple minting errors all occurred on a single coin rather than separate examples, which increases the compounded rarity exponentially, because while single errors are collectible, a coin exhibiting numerous distinct and significant errors simultaneously is virtually unheard of, and that rarity is what has propelled this particular 1988 P quarter into legendary status among collectors and auction houses, with intense bidding wars erupting every time it surfaces on the private market, pushing its value higher with each transaction and creating a mythology around its existence and discovery, because it was not found in a dedicated numismatic search or a dealer lot, but was actually discovered in a common pocket change transaction when an observant coin enthusiast spotted the unusual edge and off-center features and saved it for further inspection. And upon magnification and expert analysis, the full extent of the errors was revealed and confirmed by both PCGS and NGC, who jointly graded the coin and assigned it an elite status with a unique designation given the extent of its features and its flawless condition, with minimal handling marks, which preserved the errors in their original visibility and detail, making it a benchmark for modern quarter errors. And its fame has only grown since then, with major coin shows, industry publications, documentaries, and social media platforms showcasing this exact coin as a once-in-a-generation find, and drawing attention from international collectors and investors alike, who are now more engaged than ever in hunting for modern era coins, which until recently were largely ignored by the mainstream market in favor of older classical rarities. But now, due to coins like this 1988 P quarter, attention has shifted, and the modern era of minting is being reevaluated as a goldmine of overlooked errors and investment-grade finds. And this coin stands at the forefront of that movement, serving as the ultimate example of how even recently minted coins can reach astronomical values when the right combination of rarity, demand, visual error, and condition converge. And that convergence is exactly what makes this quarter worth $20 million, because the collector market assigns immense value to uniqueness and stories, and this coin delivers both in spades, not only offering an unmatched set of physical errors, but also representing a turning point in how modern U.S. coins are perceived by collectors, investors, and historians. And adding to the intrigue is speculation that other era quarters from the 1988 P series may exist, but have not yet surfaced or been properly identified, which has launched a nationwide hunt, with collectors examining every 1988 P quarter they come across in hopes of finding a sibling specimen and fueling a renaissance in quarter roll hunting and coin awareness among the general public and seasoned numismatists alike. And beyond just its errors, this coin has become a symbol of how chance and human oversight can create something accidentally beautiful and infinitely valuable in a system designed for uniformity and perfection. And this contradiction between intended design and chaotic execution gives the coin a deeper philosophical appeal as well as monetary value, making it a cultural artifact as much as a financial asset. And some experts have even argued that this coin should be placed in a museum rather than a private collection because of what it represents in terms of U.S. minting history, production flaws, and the unpredictable nature of value and chance in collectible markets. And its fame has already inspired books, articles, and thousands of online discussions with coin experts breaking down each of the visible errors and theorizing about how they occurred and why they were never caught, which has also led to renewed scrutiny of mint procedures during the 1980s and the broader impact of error coins on collector markets, which are now seeing a boom in modern coin valuations thanks in part to viral stories and record-breaking auction sales, like the one linked to this 1988 P quarter. And its journey is far from over because it continues to make waves in every exhibition or feature it's included in, and is expected to cross new price thresholds as its fame spreads and demand grows among high-end collectors, hedge fund-backed collectors, museum buyers, and passionate individuals who see not just a coin, but a once-in-history opportunity to own something truly unique and unbelievably valuable. And as with any coin of this magnitude, the advice to collectors is simple: always check your change, pay close attention to every detail, and never assume a modern coin is worthless just because it's common in year or design, because hidden treasures are out there. And as this coin proves, sometimes the most incredible fortune can lie within the smallest denomination. So if this story captivated your imagination and opened your eyes to the thrilling possibilities within coin collecting, make sure to like and subscribe to stay connected to more discoveries, breakdowns, and real-world stories of ordinary coins that became extraordinary riches, just like this 1988 P quarter dollar, now known worldwide as the 25-cent piece worth /$20 million.